Welcome to Smart Money, brought to you by Daily Investor, South Africa's fastest growing investment publication. I'm Alishia Seckam, and today we're catching up with Danie Matthee, whose 2 decades in insurance has seen him work his way up the ranks and into the CEO seat at short-term insurance group OUTsurance. So we're going to be taking a look at that and some of the strategy he has in play when it comes to growing the business. Danie, it's stories like yours that are always inspirational, right? Sales advisor turned CEO, because it reinforces what's possible. So having climbed your way through a system, what's been the key takeaway from your career journey so far? And what's your advice to young insurance professionals growing in their careers?
Thanks, Alishia. It's an honor to be on your program. Thanks for having me. And that's a big question, I think everyone's journey is slightly differently played out. But, I think for me, there's probably maybe 3 or 4 key things. Certainly I think number one is to stay curious. You've got to read and learn every day of your life. Learn about how the world works, how economies work, politics, business models, where's technology going, because that information helps you make better decisions. And you're going to be confronted with things which are outside of your comfort zone as your career path progresses. But, building that knowledge base, you won't be the expert in any of those verticals, but certainly you'll be competent enough to understand the decisions that a business is trying to make and how it will add value going forward. So I think, having a curiosity gene is very important for any aspiring leader. Secondly, I would probably say you surround yourself with the very, very best people. The business is a team sport. It's not an individual sport, and you can't be the smartest guy in the room always. It's critical to have other people around you who can guide you. Sometimes they even report to you, but you have to take their leadership. You have to know when to lead and when to stand back. But that's only possible if you are surrounded by very, very good and very competent people. People who are smarter than you, people who are as passionate about the vision that you have for your organization. You really have to build a great team. I think maybe another thing is, finding something which you're really passionate about. Whatever you do must be a labor of love. It doesn't help you wake up in the morning and it feels like a drag. If it's a job, but might not be exactly good enough. Find something where your passion can really come to the fore and where every day is an opportunity to bring the best version of yourself and do your life's best work. That makes it fun. A career is too long to not have a truckload of fun on the way, and that makes you a better colleague also, I think, for people.
And almost guarantees you, if we go with your slogan, getting something out.
Yeah, look, absolutely. I mean, if you got to get pleasure out of your job, and you got to get, what you put in is what you get out, literally. So that passion and putting in that passion is what will play back to you. And I think lastly, there's probably something people, everyone knows, but isn't said enough, is you just really have to work harder than the guy next to you in the competition. And, hard work is the foundation for everything, Now, of course, you should also work smarter when the opportunity presents itself. You've got to be able to make the sacrifices that, maybe the competition isn't willing to make to get to their goals.
Absolutely. Well, OUTsurance itself is a young adult, having celebrated its 25th birthday just last year, Danie, and you've been instrumental in its growth, first as COO, now as CEO. What stands out for you as the biggest highlight of your time at OUTsurance?
Sure. There's 25 years worth of highlights reels going through my head right there. So, I think being part of the team that has built a very well-recognized homegrown brand in South Africa that is respected for being innovative, for delivering awesome customer service and great value for money products is really, it's a bit of a catch-all, but that really is a highlight. It is an amazing journey we've been on. as a team. And I'm incredibly proud and privileged to have just been part of that story. Our
Absolutely,
business is,
because like you said, you've got to be better than the next because especially in your space where you're competing in this cutthroat industry, especially when it comes to, grudge purchases like insurance in tough economic times, and that no easy thing. So what do you see being OUTsurance's competitive advantage?
yeah, I just spoke about our service proposition. And I really think that is our true competitive differentiator, is the amount of energy and effort that goes into ensuring that we have simple, easy to understand products which give our customers value for money, that make sure they always get something out, whether that's an out bonus or a claim paid out. Um, and the daily effort to ensure that the incremental improvement, even from high standards, is, that flywheel keeps turning. Ultimately, we sell the promise. It's intangible. When you buy something from us, you can't touch it, feel it, smell it. It's not there. We sell you a promise that when something unforeseen and potentially catastrophic happens, we'll be there to pay your claim. So for us, the yardstick is to be the very, very best at fulfilling that promise. And I think something like the Ombudsman statistics, which for the last 10 years have shown that we have the lowest complaints and overturn ratio, is a great independent yardstick to tell us whether we're on the right track in fulfilling that promise.
Absolutely. But look, 25 years later, it's a whole new world, right? A whole new operating environment with a whole new lot of tools at the business's disposal. So if we look at something like fintech, how has OUTsurance kept up with the times and embraced fintech to maintain its standing in the market as opposed to being left standing disrupted?
Yeah, look, I think at the core of our DNA is a little bit of being disruptors ourselves. If you throw your head back 25 years ago, direct to consumer through call centers, no paper based forms, all of it done through technology, it really is a strong foundation of our business and where we've come from. And, we are fortunate that we have that good technology base. We have a very strong leadership team when it comes to technology. And all our technology is internally built. Our customer facing technology is internally built. So we've been lucky enough to be able to adopt, digitization in our business where customers can download the OUTsurance app. And there's a range of products and services that we deliver digitally now, which previously someone would have to make a phone call to us. And that's really added value to customers. You think of something like a windscreen claim, or you're stuck on the road and you need roadside assistance, or a geyser goes at home and you need a plumber to come out. All of those things you can now do through our digital platforms without engaging with the call center at all. So that a core part of our focus is on making the insurance experience less frictional for customers. But of course, in the background, we've adopted cloud technologies and the latest data analytics tools and so on. So we see fintech or insurtech or tech, digitization very much as part of business as usual, and adopting the right technologies at the right time so that we can deliver a better experience for our customers.
Let's home in on that. Adopting technologies, the right technologies at the right time. Is there a trick, Danie, to identifying and keeping up with industry trends? Because while the impulse is to keep up and act, and often quick action is demanded, not all trends warrant action, surely.
No, I couldn't agree with you more, Alicia. In fact, I think our view is you have to understand the trends really well. You have to understand the technology deeply, but you have to have a business case that prevails. Otherwise, you could very well get caught up in adopting technology for the sake of adopting technology, as opposed to being able to show clear value and long-term benefit in how it becomes part of your business model. So, I think it differs by industry and business, which technologies are most relevant. For us, we don't feel the need to be at the bleeding edge of technology, but we are quite happy to be a fast follower, as long as the business case prevails. Otherwise, it might not, the juice might not be worth the squeeze.
Yeah, and we've seen it resonate through the business, right? Because part of your success or your resilience as a business is attributed to the way you invest. The fact that you don't invest in things you don't understand and that you can't price, even if that's where you see some of the, smart money trending. And it makes sense being in the business of managing and assessing risk. Has that always held you in good stead, though? Or have you missed out on opportunities perhaps by being overly conservative and a fast follower?
Um, you know, there may be some opportunities which we've missed out on. I don't think in the major markets we play or in the major segments that we play, we've missed any material opportunities. And we are not, I wouldn't say conservative, but we're very cautious of underwriting risk we don't understand and cannot price accurately. So as a fundamental, if we don't understand it, we can't price it, there's not historic data to predict future outcomes, then we're quite happy to stand back and let it play out. I don't know, we don't do cyber insurance as an example. Maybe someone might say there's a missed opportunity there. We're quite happy that, we stay close enough to the action to know when we should dip our toes in the water or not.
Got you. Looking more broadly, Danie, what's your approach to investing in South Africa right now? I mean, recent headlines showing more of a venturing into international markets like Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely. So, our approach to South Africa, we've in fact made quite a big investment over the last couple of years in South Africa, both from a technology point to build out some of those digital capabilities that I just spoke about earlier. But we've also invested a lot of money in actually building our distribution capability in the non-call center, non-digital space, so face-to-face. 5-6 years ago, we had no face-to-face staff selling our products and servicing our customers in the traditional sense. And today we have a tied agency broker force of more than 700 staff, which you can imagine, not only from a salary perspective, but from a systems and a product development perspective, is a significant investment. At the same time, we've done a great partnership through the Shoprite Checkers Group, where we employ more than 700 people in their stores, of which more than 400 are from the Yes for Youth program. So we're 100% committed to South Africa. We still see good opportunity for our business in South Africa, where we're coming off a low base, specifically maybe in commercial insurance or in the life insurance base. Obviously, we're a large player in the personal insurance space. It's not that there aren't growth opportunities there, but maybe in other segments, slightly bigger ones. And then, yes, we look at international opportunities where we think our business model is transportable and can add value to our group over time.
Absolutely. Well, Danie, let's leave it there. Thanks so much for your time today and having joined us on Smart Money. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much, Alishia. Have a good day.